Hello and welcome to Biology by Vivo, and this is your educator Vivo Prasad Ratha. This video is a continuation to the SSB Preparation series, and this video is consist of the Pteridophyte MCQs. Do watch this till the end to get all the probable questions regarding Pteridophytes, and don't forget to watch the Gymnosperm video which will come tomorrow. That's for sure. Thank you very much. The first question: spore-bearing organ of a fern is called dash. The answer is option A. The 13-celled male gametophyte of Selaginella has dash, and the answer is option A, that is 12 cells of antheridium plus 1 prothallial cell. Next, Sporophyte of Pteris is dash. The answer is option A, that is the Pteris is independent of gametophyte from the beginning. Then the stele in fern is dash. The answer is option C, that is dictyostele. Then the number of megaspore in Selaginella rupestris is dash. The answer is option A, that is 1. The following is the most primitive vascular plant. The answer is option D, that is xylitol. Stem is polystylic in dash, and the answer is option A, that is Selaginella. Next, sarcinate venation is found in dash, and the answer is option C. The answer is both cycas and fern. Then, gametangia of fern are produced on dash, and the answer is C, that is prothallial. Then, fern differs from moss because it has dash, and the answer is option C, that is multicellate spores. Next, spores in fern are produced through dash, and the answer is option C, that is meiosis. In archegonium of fern, there are or is dash. The answer is option D. There is one neck canal cell having 2 nuclei. Then, in Pteris, the petiole has a groove, and its stele is dash. The answer is A, that is horseshoe shaped. Then, Pteridophyta are so called because of dash. The answer is option C. They are the first vascular cryptogams. Rhizophore of Selaginella is dash. The answer is option A, that is stem. Next, companion cells are usually not found in dash, and the answer is B, that is rhizome of Pteris. Then, Selaginella and fern share the following characteristic feature, and the answer is D, that is absence of ovules. Leptosporangiate sporangium is dash, and the answer is option D, that is multi-celled and formed from a single cell. The venation of a fern leaf is dash, and the answer is option A, that is reticulate. Then fern prothallus is dash. The answer is option A, that is homothallic. Ferns are broadly classified based on the nature of dash. The answer is option B, that is sporophyll and sporangia. Next, the stele of lycopodium is dash. The answer is D, that is actinostele. Next, young sporophyte of Pteris draws nourishment from prothallus through dash, and the answer is option B, that is foot. If a sporangium develops from a single initial, it is called dash. The answer is option A, that is leptosporangiate. Next, multiflagellate sperms are the characteristic features of dash. The answer is option C, that is fern. Then, what happens to the spore of ferns? The answer is D. It germinates to become a prothallus. Microsporangia and macrosporangia are found in the same cone of dash. The answer is B, that is Selaginella. Next, seed habit originated in dash. The answer is A, that is Pteridophytes. Then, in Selaginella, an organ sui generis is dash. The answer is D, that is rhizophore. In Sporophyll of ferns, sporangia are born on dash. The answer is A, that is abaxial surface. Next, in which of the following groups would you place a plant which produces spores, has vascular tissue and lacks seeds? The answer to this is C, that is Pteridophytes. Next, Horsetail is the common name of dash, and the answer is A, that is Equisetum. Heterospory is seen in dash. The answer to this is C, that is Selaginella. Next, most primitive living vascular plants are dash. The answer to this is D, that is ferns. Next, fern differs from Selaginella in dash. That is C, in absence of a heterosporous condition. Vessels are not found in dash. The answer to this is Diopteris. 36. The answer is A. Next, hair-like structures covering young fern leaves are dash, and the answer to this is C, that is Ramenta. The gametophyte and sporophytic generations are independent of each other in case of dash, and the answer is B, that is fern. Next, gametes are produced in prothallus by dash. The answer to this is C, that is antheridia and archegonia. Next, Selaginella is less advanced than pinus because of dash, and the answer is option C, that is its pollination and fertilization is through anthers. Leaves in the form of microphylls are found in one of the following. The answer to this is A, that is Selaginella. Next, trabecula in Selaginella are modified to dash. The answer is option B, that is endodermal cells. Next, fern plants normally bears dash. The answer to this is C, that is adventitious roots. In Diopteris, the nature of sorus and indusium is dash, and the answer is B, that is superficial and true. Next, an adaxial outgrowth in the leaves of Selaginella is dash, and the answer is C, that is ligule. Still in a rhizophore of Selaginella is dash, and the answer is D, that is monarch. Tracheophytes include dash. The answer is B, that is Pteridophytes, Gymnosperms and Angiosperms. ट्रैकियोफाइट्स मतलब जिनमें जाइलम या फिर फ्लोएम का मौजूदगी हो, यानी कि भास्कुलर बंडल का जिसमें प्रेजेंस हो, उसी को हम ट्रैकियोफाइट्स कहते हैं. देन 48, in fern sporangium the jacket is dash. The answer is A, that is one layer. Then a fossil pteridophyte is dash. The answer is C, that is rhinia. Next, sarcinet taxis refers to dash. The answer is D, that is coiling of leaves in ferns. Next, Selaginella is also known as dash, and the answer is B, that is club moss. A siphonostele is dash, and the answer is A, that is medullate protostele. Then prothallus represents dash, and the answer is B, that is gametophytic phase in fern. Next, habit of a garden fern plant is dash, and the answer is D, that is perennial habit. Next, Asexual spores produced in sporangia are borne on dash in Selaginella. The answer is B, that is strobili. Next, vegetative reproduction in Pteris is by dash, and the answer is A, that is apical and lateral growths of rhizome. Trabeculated endodermis is found in dash, and the answer is D, that is Selaginella stem. Next, the formation of a gametophyte like structure from a sporophyte without spore formation or meiosis is known as dash, and the answer is B, that is apospory. Next, apogamous sporophyte have cells which are dash. The answer is C, that is haploid. Next, in Pteris, flagella of spermatozoids are attached to dash. The answer to this is C, that is blepharoplast. Next, essential attribute given to first known land plant is dash, and the answer is D, that is lignified xylem, cutinized surface, stomata and cutinized spores. All of these are heterosporous except dash. The answer to 62 is D, that is Pteris. Next, stele of roots is diarch in dash, and the answer to this is B, that is Pteris. Next, indusium is a structure in fern which is dash. The answer is A, that is it is a covering over the young sori. In fern, annulus of sporangium helps in spore dispersal by dash, and the answer is D, that is absorbing water from the atmosphere. Megasporophyll in Pteridophyte is same as a dash, and the answer to this is B, that is carpel. Heterospory is production of dash, and the answer is B, that is large and small spores. Next, the antherozoids in Selaginella are dash. The answer is A, that is biflagellate and spirally twisted. The following help in spore disposal in a fern plant is dash. The answer to 69 is C, that is both annulus and stomium. Next, meristeles are found in dash. The answer is D, that is fern rhizome. Next, according to fossil records, which of the following are the first vascular plants? The answer is B, that is Psilophytales. Next, antherozoids of ferns are dash. The answer is C, that is multiflagellate. Next, photosynthetic leaves of fern plants are known as dash, and the answer is D, that is frond. Next, the prothallus of fern bears dash, and the answer to this is A. Next, the most exclusive character of Selaginella is dash, and the answer is C, that is ligule. Next, the neck canal cell of fern archegonium is dash, and the answer is C, that is one-celled and binucleated. Next, pteridophytes differ from the rest of the tracheophytes in having dash. The answer is C, it is having tracheids but no seeds. Next, the place where sporangium of a fern burst is dash, and the answer is C, that is stomium. Next, which of the following does not have a certain pith? The answer is D, that is protostele. Next, fern plants are dash, and the answer to this is C, that is hygrophytes. Next, rhizophore of Selaginella originates from dash, and answer is A, that is exogenously. Next, when swarms of Funaria and Pteris are put together near the archegonia of Pteris, only swarms of Pteris readily enter the archegonia and reach the egg. The reason for this is dash. The answer to this is A, that is archegonium of Pteris secretes a substance which attracts swarms of Pteris only. Next, the son of Pteris is dash. 83. The answer is C, that is continuous and linear. Then, the amphiploic siphonostyl shows dash. 84. The answer is A, that is phloem present on both outer and inner side of xylem in a tubular stele. A meristele of fern rhizome is dash, and the answer to this is C, that is amphicribal. Next, actinostele is closely related to dash, and the answer to this is B, that is protostele. Next, the epiphytic fern among the following is dash, and the answer is C, that is Pleiopteris. Next, Pteridophytes have dash. The answer is B, that is tracheids. Next, Selaginella differs from Funaria in having dash, and the answer is D, that is well developed vascular system. Next, in Pteridophytes the spores are dash, and the answer is C, that is haploid. Next, Pteridophytes may be differentiated from Bryophytes in having dash, and the answer is B, that is independent and well developed sporophyte. The concept of stele as a fundamental unit of a vascular system was put forward by dash, and the answer is B, that is Van Tegam and Dolliot. Next, the plants of Lycopodium are commonly known as dash. The answer to this is D, that is all of these. Okay. The maximum number of chromosomes are found in dash, and the answer is A, that is equisetum. Which one of the following is an aquatic form? And the answer is C, that is Azolla. Next, which one of the following stele is most primitive? And the answer is A, that is protostele. Which one of these is a fossil? And the answer is A, that is Rhynia. Next, in Pteridophytes, reduction division occurs when dash happens, and the answer to 98 is A, that is spores are formed. Rhizophore of Selaginella is dash, and the answer is A, that is positively geotropic. Next, the neck of fern. The neck of fern is dash, and the answer is B. The answer is D, that is short and curved. The leaves of fern plants in their young stages show dash. The answer is B, that is sarcinate venation. Next, the lacuna found around the stele in Selaginella is due to dash, and the answer is A, that is differential growth rates of outer cortical and inner vascular tissue. Next, two distinct generations present in a single life history are common in dash. The answer is C, that is Pteris or Dryopteris. The jacket layer of antheridium in fern is composed of dash. The answer is C, 3 to 4 cells. A fern differs from moss in having dash. The answer is D, that is an independent sporophyte. Next, Heterosporous pteridophytes always produce dash. The answer is B, that is dioecious gametophytes. The annulus of sporangium of the fern assists in dispersal of spores by dash. The answer is A, that is losing water from its cells. The cell of a fern prothallus contains nucleus with dash. The answer is D, that is 1N chromosomes. Next, the kidney-shaped covering of a sorus in Pteris is dash, and the answer is D, that is indusium. Next, and this is the last question. Antherozoid of Selaginella has dash, and the answer is B, that is elongated body with 2 flagella. So with this we are completing the Pteridophytes MCQ. If you find anything error in this or any wrong answers, then do comment in the comment section, and yes, also go through other options with your Google search to get more information regarding those options. Thank you.